Welcome to Monumental Moments, where we live to multiply His movement. I'm Melissa Machenbacher, and this is a place we passionately pursue and proclaim Jesus. Today's monumental moment is titled, A Heart the Size of Texas. I've heard people say they have a heart the size of Texas. In other words, they're describing someone as having a huge heart. Another way to say it is, they're big-hearted. A story title recently grabbed my attention, and I took the bait and I clicked on the online article that was titled, A Blue Whale's Heart. You won't believe how huge it really is. I read on and quickly found myself thinking, now that's a heart the size of Texas. So intrigued, I read on and began researching other educational blogs from many other sources, including National Geographic. I'm not a whale expert, but I loved getting to the heart of the matter and learning new things about this massive mammal. My heart was captivated with the facts that were surrounding this blue whale's heart. The details were fascinating. These mammals are the largest on Earth, and the size of their heart reflects it. These creatures can grow to nearly 100 feet long and have hearts that weigh approximately 400 pounds. Knowing that a human heart weighs only about 10 ounces, the whale's heart's nearly 640 times larger than a human's. There have been many articles that were published about this massive creature after scientists discovered several blue whales that washed ashore in Canada in 2014. They died after being stranded in thick ice off of the coast. Researchers took advantage of the rare opportunity to study the huge carcasses and organs. In one of the specimens, they removed the heart and preserved it using a plastination process to prevent decay. This whale's heart has been compared to the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. Maybe you too are thinking to yourself, now that's a heart the size of Texas. Upon its preservation in 2017, the heart was promptly displayed in the Out of the Depths art exhibit in the Royal Ontario Museum in Canada as the first and only real preserved blue whale heart in the world. Nearly 250,000 people were drawn to tour this unique exhibit. It's been said the blue whale's heart is so large and so powerful, each heartbeat can be heard from over 2 miles away underwater. The heart pumps an estimated 58 gallons of blood per heartbeat. Yes, the size of the heart and the weight are hard to comprehend, but imagine hearing heartbeats from over 2 miles away. I thought about that for a moment, thinking these mammals can hear each other's heartbeat for miles. I want my heartbeat for Christ to be heard for miles. I want others to hear my heart and know who it beats for. How about you? When others hear you speak, do they hear your heart? Luke 6:45 says, the good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good, and the evil person out of the evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaks. What is your heart echoing these days? People may not be able to hear your very heartbeat, but they can hear your heart as you speak. Proverbs 4:23 says, keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the springs of life. The Lord is looking at the state of your heart, as we're reminded in 1 Samuel 16:7. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. Perhaps it's time that we schedule an appointment with the great physician and allow him to do heart surgery so that our hearts beat for what his beats for. Matthew 24:12 warns us about the signs that we'll see at the end of the age. It says this, and because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. Let's guard against frozen hearts and spiritual cardiac arrest and live with a heart on fire and life on purpose for Jesus. How can you make monumental moments and live to multiply his movement today?